Hello and welcome back. Over the last few videos, you have learned about individual Git commands, branching strategies, pull requests, issues, and even forking. Now it's time to bring all this together. This video is about the practical team workflow, how developers actually collaborate on a daily basis using Git and GitHub. We are going to walk through the entire life cycle of a new feature from a developer starting work through code review and through the final integration into the main code base. This is the heartbeat of most development teams. Understanding this flow is essential for anyone aspiring to work in a collaborative tech environment. Let's see Git in action, the way teams really use it. For this walkthrough, let's imagine a common scenario. So we have a team working on our collaboration project. So let's say we have a team who is working on this project. Now a new task, likely an issue which we have just learnt about, has been assigned to a developer. So let's say add a user profile section. The developer will implement this feature, propose it for review, and the team will approve the changes and then merge it into the main branch. This process involves several key steps, cycling between the developer's local machine and GitHub, the central hub for collaboration. So phase one would be the developer's workstation, where we will do the code and commit. Our developer, which is us in this case, has just been assigned the user profile task. The first thing to do is to set our local environment. So ensure your local main is up to date. So always start by pulling the latest changes from your main to ensure you're working off the most current version of the project. So let's check our current branch. So let's switch to the main branch, and now we should be in our main branch, and we'll do a git pull so that if there are any changes in the central repository, all those changes will be downloaded and merged with your local repository. Next, we will need to create a feature branch. Now this will help keep our work isolated and prevents conflicts with ongoing development on the main branch. So let's create a new branch. So we'll do a switch -c, and let's call this as feature, and this will be user profile. There's a typo, so let me quickly correct that, and done. So I should be in my new branch. Now let's implement the feature, which is where we will make the code changes and then we will commit it. So now we will write the code for this user profile. This usually involves multiple commits as you build out the feature. First, let's add a link to the new profile page in the index.html file. I'll put it right below the this key features. So let's go here, and let's say we'll add a para, and we'll say href profile.html, and let's say my profile. So let me save this. We will add this and we will commit this. So feature add profile page link to index. So we have committed our changes. Next, let's create the actual profile.html file. So let's create this profile.html, and you can add the content to this. So let's add a title to this. So this will be user profile. Let me close the title. Then we will add h1, and let's say welcome user, and let me close that. And then we'll add a para. So this is your personal info page. Let me close that. And then let me add one more, email user@example.com. All right, let's save this file. We will add it and we will commit this. So feature create basic profile HTML file. Now our feature is complete with 2 commits on our feature branch. Next, we will need to push the feature branch to GitHub. So to propose our changes for review, we need to push our new branch to the remote repository. So let's push this. So git remote origin, and let me grab the branch here. So git branch. So this is the branch. So let me take that, and we'll say git push origin and then the branch name. So I'll give my username and I'll give my token, and this should push our branch, and now our work should be visible on GitHub. So here, let me refresh this, and I should be able to see this new branch, and we should be able to see our changes as well. Now phase 2 will be to create the pull request on GitHub. So with our branch pushed, the developer's next step is to open a pull request. This signals to the team that a feature is ready to review. So let's create the pull request. So GitHub often displays this handy compare and pull request button right after you push a new branch. Click that, or you can go to pull request tab and click on new pull request. Ensure your base branch is main and your compare branch is set to the feature branch that we have pushed. Fill out the PR details. So here you can click on create pull request and you can fill in the details. So give a good title. Description is very vital for your effective reviews. So let's say we will say feature implement user profile section, and for the description, so let's say this PR adds a new user profile page and links to it from index.html. It includes basic user information, and done. Now if you want to link it to an issue, you can do that as well. So if you recall the previous sessions, I've shown you how you can link it to an issue so that the issues can be closed automatically. And then you can also add your reviewers, you can add your labels like enhancement or bug or something like that. That's totally up to you. This can help you to easily filter your pull requests. So in a real team, this is where you would assign relevant team members to your reviewers and add labels like enhancements, front end, or anything you want. Once everything is set, you can click on this create pull request and the PR is open. Now the ball is in the team's court. So basically someone from your team, whoever you have assigned, they will need to review this and they will need to approve this. So that would be your phase 3 and 4, which is a team review and developer iteration. So a teammate or multiple teammates will now review this pull request. So generally, let's simulate that. So the reviewers will examine the changes and add comments. So the reviewer goes to the files changed tab. They look at the profile.html and index.html. Let's say the reviewer notices that the profile.html could use a footer with copyright info. The reviewer comments. So here they have the option. So either they can comment it here or they can comment it here as well. So something like, let's say, great start. Could you please add a simple footer with copyright information to profile.html for consistency. And you can submit this review. You can also perhaps maybe in your index.html file there you can suggest adding a styling. So maybe styling add class or something like that. So reviewer will submit this review. Now the reviewer can also request for changes to ensure the feedback is addressed before merging. They add a summary, looks good overall, please address footer and link class suggestions. Now because I created this PR, I don't have the option to request changes, but then your team members will generally have the access to it. Now, after the review is provided, as a developer, you will receive a notification, and you can go back to your local feature branch and make the necessary changes. So we'll go to our terminal, we'll go to our branch, and let's go to the profile page, and we will add a footer to this. So let's say ampersand copy 2025 our project, and let me close this footer. So let me save this file, we will add this, and we will commit this. So let's say fix address review comments, and then we will push these commits to the feature branch. So git push origin and then the branch name. So I'll give my username, I'll give my token, and the changes should be pushed. Now the PR automatically gets updated with the new commit. So here you can see. Now if this was raised as request changes, here ideally you will see an option which says resolve conversation. You just have to click on that, and that should resolve the suggestion or whatever the changes that was requested by the reviewers. The last phase would be the final review, merge, and cleanup. So as a developer, we have addressed the feedback. Now the reviewer takes a final look and approves the changes. So again, files changed, they will review it, and ideally they will go to the review changes and they will approve it. Now because I don't have access to it, I won't be able to do, but that would be the process. So the reviewers will see the update, confirms they are good, and submits the approve the review. Now with approval, all checks passing, the PR is ready to be merged. For a cleaner history on main, many teams prefer squash and merge. So our user profile is now part, so we'll go ahead and do that, and this should merge our changes. So our user profile feature is now part of the main branch, and if this was linked to any issues, that will also get closed automatically. Now the final part would be deleting the branch. So GitHub provides a convenient delete branch button right on the merged PR page. This removes the feature branch from GitHub, keeping your remote very clean. Now back on the developer's machine, the last step is to get the merge changes into their local main branch and delete the now obsolete local feature branch. So let's switch to the main branch, and we'll say git pull origin main, and this should update my main branch, and then we will delete the branch. So git branch -d, and this will be the branch. So our local environment is now clean and ready for the next task. Incredible work. You've just walked through the complete lifecycle of a feature using a practical team workflow. You saw how branching, pull requests, code review, iteration, and merging all come together to ensure organized development. So work is isolated and tracked. Code quality, multiple eyes review the changes. Collaboration, so feedback and discussions are central. And then clean history. So merging strategies keep the main branch tidy. This comprehensive workflow is what truly empowers teams to build amazing software together, from the smallest startups to the largest tech giants. You're now equipped with the practical knowledge to jump into any collaborative development environment. We have covered a tremendous amount in this module and throughout the course. You're no longer just learning Git commands, you're applying them in real world scenarios. If this full workflow demo clarified Git collaboration for you, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more content, and let me know in the comments what aspect of team workflow you found most valuable. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.